we are back at my kitchen, my keto kitchen, keto naturopath kitchen. And today I'm making turkey pot pie soup. You can do it with chicken, turkey. I always loved chicken pot pie, but I've decided to make it as a soup. So I just made a turkey. We did not have turkey for Thanksgiving. We had lobsters. Thank you, Taylor Lobster Company out of Kittery, Maine, that shipped us fresh Maine lobster for Thanksgiving. They were so good. So that's what we had for Thanksgiving. So the other day I made a turkey because I like turkey too. And we have leftover turkey, so I sometimes make a turkey soup, sometimes turkey curry salad, but I decided to make a turkey pot pie soup. And so here we are. I have some olive oil heating up in this pan, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to saute celery, onion, and garlic. So I have about half of a small onion, 60 grams of onion, which is 2 ounces, about 3/4 of a cup. I have 2 cloves of garlic. I have a cup of celery that's diced, which is about 120 grams or 4 ounces. And so I'm going to saute that until the onion becomes translucent. Now I'm using this little burner, which is not as good or hot as my stove, so it might take a little time for this to get heated up. So you're going to saute till the onions are translucent, but you also have to watch the garlic because you don't want the garlic to burn. So here we go. It's heating up now, so a little bit of olive oil. I love olive oil. And this will serve probably 6 people. Well, if you're having other things, like if this is probably be the only thing we have, so it'll probably not serve 6 of us. You know, we have a lot of turkey left over, so I may end up doing 2 batches of this, but for right now, oh, I love the smell of onion and garlic when you're sauteing it. Oh, it's so good. So it'll probably take a couple of minutes to get the onions so that they're translucent. That looks about good, right? Because now we're going to add 3 cups of turkey stock. If you're doing chicken, chicken stock. I made this after I made the turkey. I made stock from the bones in my slow cooker for about a day. Then I put it in the refrigerator so I could take out any fat that there were. And we're also going to add our spices right now, which is a teaspoon of parsley, a teaspoon of rosemary, a teaspoon of thyme, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. So we're going to add that in. Now we're going to bring this up to a boil and probably boil it for about 5 minutes because I want to continue cooking the onion and the celery. So I'm going to bring this to a boil for 5 minutes or more, and then we'll finish it off. So I'll see you back here after it's boiling for a while. So the broth has been boiling for about 5 minutes, and I just want to mention before I add the other ingredients that you can use rotisserie chicken for this. You don't have to make a turkey, make a chicken. You can use rotisserie chicken, then you can use the bones and make some broth, or you could buy broth that's already made in a package. And also, if you wanted to use just chicken breasts or chicken thighs that are not cooked, what I would do is cube them and then put them in the broth and cook them for like 15 minutes in the broth here before you add the cream. And I like to shred my chicken. I love shredded chicken in turkey. So I have shredded this, and I'm going to add about 2 cups. So yes, this is way more than 2 cups, but I'm just going to add. And then I'm going to add a cup of coconut milk. And you add this at the end, and all you're going to be doing with the added chicken and coconut milk is warming them up. You don't have to boil them. The chicken's already cooked. The coconut milk doesn't have to be boiled. So we're going to turn it up a little and we're going to heat this up. I don't like things very thick. I like it soupy. If I wanted, for me personally, if I wanted this thicker, I would add more turkey and it would be thicker. One alternative to thicken is to have some cauliflower florets. Cook them in a little bit of the broth so that they're soft. Put it in a blender, blend it up, and then add this to the soup, which will thicken it somewhat. I just chose not to do that. This is heated up, and we'll taste it. And we happen to have parsley growing in our garden still, so I'm just going to garnish with a little bit of parsley, fresh garden parsley. That looks pretty darn good. So we've got turkey pot pie soup. Oh, that's really good. Again, if you want it thicker, then you just cook some cauliflower in the broth, blend it up, and add it to this, and it gets thicker. If you like carrots, add a few carrots. I personally don't like it. Oh, this is very good. For a nice cold winter day, turkey pot pie soup.